It's a mouth to me. Oh, man, you be dead. Yeah, probably if no, I am probably if you no, I am probably if you am probably. Who do I know if fire move? What to your brother? It's a mouth to me. Oh, man, you be dead. Yeah, probably if no, I am probably if you am probably. Papa was he cancel? They made the hell. Papa Jesse, Shana, Brian, one. Si koto boni de no fique kwa ya si koko ona go beka se ya shawo funuma ti me fu na ye pray do la babo si di tinito do wa ye di da tinito e fo kwa so so a tinito ka kwa ye ready so boys for tinito e na something na mano kwesi ya ra wonu mi na she ma kume mama
Yo, abusia for ya mobi bia akwaba. Eda ye nua bema akwasi. Eda na se. Enumu a ode abreye ho. We mu nua bema bosonfo ba akopɛ. Nana kodua. Ena mpese me nimu di nkomo kakra. Enu nti na maba mo na ase no. Na program we today say political movement of facts. Program ye de ebeboa ama ye nyanti ase ewo ya mamu a ekoso Ghana yimu. Enu nti se enewu humia asem bi akoso be na wotwi ekona wotwi mienu emu ena yewo a yeguso a yedi ho enkomo na mepese mesa bomi nuai anwumu biem na yetie anwumu no mu nsem kakra na afie no yede aye afutusem bra yebedi enkomo yi enti yebeye aso ama me kakra na bra me set me fidie no nya ho pumasi bre kakra ti munya ebre enfama me bedamase.
Who do I know if fire move? What to your brother? It's a mouth to me. Oh, man, you be dead. Yeah,
bema kwesi SWAT ose enye odo ehunum na oto na ne nwum a oto ni nyina no yebebo ne tofa eye oto nwum no ede ama ye mpanyimfo a omudi enso ewo Ghana dwumadie ebra ekoso no obetimi ahye afrefre adofo amomso ma betie bi na omso achiro ma adwene yesisa bi producer adwenkyerɛ ho ni ba kofu tirim anu nti sɛ wo ba so a menfa mentena so na entie enfa mo brankwa o so ma unua bi nso nye den etie bi na yakasa na ankoyi a yebesere sɛ comment bia opese o pass no betimi apase ewo ho na yehwɛ sa comment no so a ebetimi so ama ya sachira ye nwumadi mu kakra ye to so biem enso ne sɛ obetimi subscribe sɛ na me kan subscribe to my Facebook na Facebook die Samuel Kodua ene wo ho YouTube nso kɔ ho no mu a ye be download after say ye wie dwumadie no ye be download e de akɔ YouTube eno nso eye NK97 TV NK97 TV Twitter nso ye be download e de akɔ ho all the social media no ye pese ye nsam kan ene ye no enam say e dasronko from other people ninti no ye pese obi biara ebe share and ebe ko ba bia ma obi anso anya entiye dwumadie ebe take be 1 hour fi say ye pese ye kyerɛkyerɛ niema bi mu afa na dwumadie ye hya ase pa enti we na ekoso ni nyina test ene ye testi ahwɛ sɛ sɛnye yenuanom nso ebe patronage no program na ye no na se bibia nkoye sɛ na mekan no a obetimi akyerɛ wadwene enye ntokwa enye bufuo nya atimdidie enti bibia na wo ya oso betimi de wo comment ebedu baabi yebetimi ato nsa frɛ yenuanom amom so ma adomadwen kyerɛ enom bekɔ life na obia nso akyerɛ na adwene na wo so wadwen kyerɛ a wo so ebe ma ho kwan ma wo so wo ne ya kasa sɛ ne ebe ya adwumadie no ebe kama sabre ebra yenua kwesi SWAT eto anwuma enye odo ho num na ye political song ninti no ene ka se dwumadie ne nwum ne ye de beye dwumadie kese efise emunsam no dɔɔso owo nwum bi webre wo ho num a me meye promotion wa ha menimu no ono so nimi but ne nwum no nsam a ewo mu ninti ane afa ye de ye dwumadie medical ka se ya to din political movement of facts a moment a yede ebe ka nokre enti se bibi na aka yebe wo ehu nkrata a yede bedi adanse ba bia enya no nso no obeti yebe kyerɛw no wanya source no akɔye atemdidi anim nokra nko a na yebe ka ena sabi producer o ka nokra a unsuro wachi enti memfa fadie na mfehu ebra yebe ka nokre oso be ka nokre ni bi enti ye ma yenua be ma ato aso na yede nsam no a ewo ho paa no e de abram
Yeah.
Yo, abusuafo yɛda nnwebɛma kwasi swat asepa ɛwɔ ne nnwom a ɔno so ɛde aba. Yɛma obi bia akwaba ɛwɔ live program yi so. This is a political moment of fact. Brena yedru no. Yɛbɛka no korɛ ɛfa yamamu a ɛkɔ so wɔ Ghana. No korɛ a enim enchinywa shwa ya na eba Ghana ya mamuo mu no eni ye nwumadie mu no ɛwɔ nokora bi a eni hɔ no yɛn yɛte nkyɛn ne deɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɔka nokora no ɛma obi bia ɛte ase sɛ na ɛteɛ me ma me nua bɛma brother Latif ma wakwaba ɛwɔ dwumadie so saa nso na me ankasa me nua baako Edwin we mo no also me akwaba obi bia akwaba sabri ubetimi a share and wa subscribe to the YouTube program Matudin Political Moment of Fact. Sabi yase adwenkyerɛ wo hoye no eni ba akufo trim enu nti no so also wo nimdie bia ubetimi so apase comment ana say edum pempen so ebefrɛ ama obia so abam na awoso wakyerɛ wadwena yebɛyɛ sa dwumadie no yeguso yehia moa anu nti no yebɛpɛ sɛ yenuanom wo nimdie bia so a yebetima ma dwumadie no akɔ life ama obia so atie bi na atimi aboa yenkita hodie ene yamamu a ekoso Ghana no a yebɛyɛ na kyese bibia atimi ayɛ kama sɛ ne medical aka no bosomfo yefrɛ me Nana Kodua dodo no anim sɛ yefrɛ me Samuel Kodua anu nti me mo bibia akwaba mesrɛ sɛ odwani a bomodia say will be invite other persons or people no mo so ababeka ho na dumadie ye be no dodo no ayetwi if you say empese entiase kɔ ye ma menom panimfo ani ye nuan mu bia sabi mpreduasa o mantimi amuntimi nyantiase ɛwɔ education mu ana say o mantimi anya school akwanya no o mo so o mbeti ase wɔ ye kasa mu se ne beboa ama bibia aye enkoso na ene dwumadie no yewra Alban Somani Bagbin nsɛm na waka ɛwɔ ye political friend is saying political time mu na mepɛsɛ ye nyina no ye hwɛ saa kasaye no se ebeboa ana se nokra ba ni wom onyina so ana se kasa bia na oka ana ofi se bia owo opposition nti e na okasa eno na mepese ye nyina no ye hwe na mebo san kasaye no no bia tie bi.
The house behind me is known as the farmhouse. First and foremost, it means tradition.
It
means when I call on the government to look favorably to the two arms of government, the legislature and the judiciary, we, through our grace, support the legislature through the formulas, the common fund, the get fund. We have been approving some allocations for the construction of their residences and courthouses. And so we support their budget through those lines. Look at your budget, whether you do that for Parliament. Go back and look at the formulas. That is not done. To the extent that all these years, all the laws will be passing, our laws will pass to benefit the executive. Even we forget about Parliament in the language we use. This is self-inflicted. It's not a deficiency in the constitution. It's a deficiency in Parliament itself. We must correct it. And so please, holding back on our budgetary requirements amounts to preventing Parliament and the judiciary from carrying out their mandate as provided for in the Constitution. Let me re-emphasize that the 8th Parliament is properly positioned not to allow itself to be bullied into playing second fiddle to the executive. Parliament can remove His Excellency the President. His Excellency cannot do that to Parliament.
Yo, abusiafo ene esam kayeno ena yenua panyi ye papa ye wofa ye bibia Alban Somani Bagbin edi abeto no o say I can remove Akufo-Addo oko other social media now say I can remove Akufo-Addo from office but he cannot remove me. Ano na me pese yedi hu komo ene na so Alban Bagbin Somani obetimi remove Akufo-Addo ana pacho yentie ni nkomo no kakra na if you want mo a ye de documents ebe support actually say sabe yempanyifo wenu bi nya akwanyan no mu bedi enso a ya na ha adwene kakra na some kan bi wo ho na so mu de betu dwa ya no mu fi se ye nyina Ghana fo nyina ye nyina ye kura adwene baako ati ase ye kura adwene baako ya me nua be ma Clifford me da se so adwene programming na ne pese ye kan se Bradwumadi enkwa wiye no ye behwe se ani behu se Alban Somani Bagbin obetimi remove ya yankasa ye president Nana Akufo-Addo anase tumi bi owo tumi anase sena constitution no eka ena ye di constitution no ebe support yensema ye beka wa ha eti a political movement of facts timpato mumien continue ni ntie ye nua bema ane papa e bibia Alban Somani Bagbin. Thank you.
As Speaker, His Excellency cannot remove me, but I can, through Parliament, get him removed. My brother seated here have me censured. And some of you are trying to do some of those things. I can assure you, I won't do it.
Abusiafo yehwe me pese the Ghana Constitution Ghana 1992 Constitution ya revise no 1996 na ohwe the chapter number 8 part 1 kasafa the president hono oko page 44 page 49 49 also talk about the vice president. The removal of the president. Now to also a kasafa vice president. I'm saying komodie ni koso no. Wasako kan sembi yenua ye papa Alban Somani Bagbin. Asa kan sembi say so oba Ghana yempanyi ni enimu a ye hierarchy no a yahihye no a se president anywhere on the tosu 2. And also, bepe ho bre na me the constitution no abekanta no. Yen lawyers, yen call law school. Afeni eguso a ye fefe ewo mu de. Na yen call law school bia. Na yenimu de ne ya ho odin a nyame so de adom ye no. Yen so ye be kire. Okọ Ghana Parliament a beti yen kro yen kasa yen nuanom a no mu call school e no mo wo ho. Kakra bi mpanifo kakra bi no manyini sin ye nyina. And unti omo de experience betimi but omo currently any okujato ablakwa any nipa bebrebe wo ho no betimi asite wo ai kire se eye nyina ye meet wo okra ni si bebre but se ye the parliament ko kata yani ne ye de keka nsem bi se no a ye papa no ne maame no ne enuanum bi a omo ofie a omo ni hu nimde no ye gitum eno ne basa no a ha adwene pa but ene me be kan bibi kakra afi constitution 1992 constitution which was revised in 1996 chapter number 8 part 1 no kasafa yen president ho men kan ni bebre men me pese me gina the removal of the president and also eno na pese yedi nkomo say so Alban Somani enam so ye opposition leader no nti enema wo saa nkasaye no ode koso currently ana because ni some kan bebre bi wo oman mu a in fact ha adwene otimi na say otimi ma a minister ono mo a minister ultimatum to revise ono minister and administrative decision pacho minuanom enya atemididie na so me fi se papa yi nani ya tre nani nton kakra oyafa ni opposition a oye ho edidi dwumaso bi a emmoa oman no impumtuo ne oman no nkoso eno na yese yehwe ne yeka ho asem bomi yehwe yenko asem na nkasa so I can remove Akufo-Addo from office but he cannot remove me me pacho me pese making kan niema bi kakra na after some kind no obi abetimi akọ 1992 constitution a revised 1996 edition na wako chapter 8 uko chapter 8 na ko number 69 removal of president page 49 page 49 uko ho no mo a asem ya me ne wo bekan ubehu wo ho page 49 the number ni 69 removal of the president pacho mpesa making kan kakra na ye wa so wo mre no pacho yentie ne constitution no Ghana constitution enyame na meka Ghana constitution ena eka sampa se Alban Bagbin ni nkasaye ene ni su ene ni ban no enyame won wa se NDC for amfada mama ye you know omo presidential enyame won wa if it's sa suban we no ka de ko NDC mu a enke be say NDC oye NDC ni but e was say you so political emfa medi udwuma oman no mom na ama ho kwan sa ode babe se ye to aba wie oman ni mu a enka me fe se enka niema ni nyina atu atwa ni aka ne se ye nyina beje yenchi nwaso a ye so de a ye je no ye de beto nchen na mom oman no chichire ne oman ni nkoso ena ye betimi ahwe ama oman no Ghana man ayede akoso na sani America no papa ya ma sabin preduasa oye ayi no ho dudo neni ye we no e kire a dictatorship leadership anu tina nya me won say NDC for outimi amfa na ama na presidential candidate cause nsem bi say de okoka even one kasa political parties no kura no omububefu eni ntino ya papa so obi ben no a omuntu no fo na mu kire ne say sabin producer oto oye lawyer yenwa ye papa Alban Bagbin oye lawyer na so sabin producer say ebia law education no and law knowledge no say aye outmoded and aye a cake na so who hear a revision or reviser go back and take some intensive courses na for revise where you know onim de na Ghana constitution da no obi a wakọ onim akenkan no onim atwere nko ade obetimi read no nso atiase ordinary layman perspective kura atimi ama interpretation ne makan mi mo bibia akwa ba ubana bedwani a mesra say o they also be share with a brother or a sister and obibia obel say some American so ye mu bi wa kwanya say Alban Somani ya speaker of parliament obetia mumma sa asem enko no so ana enkoto no all the parliamentarians obi wa kwanya so obi betia omumma no omontibi na omuso ensori nyina because oya ye sabio simpapanyini ewo efie mu ho ye parliament ho no me semu bre no mpese mekin kan niema bi kakra na ye nyanti ase because makase a political movement of facts enti abibi biara ye beka wa ha no ye the document and the best support na ma kire ba bia menya free ye they say oko 1992 constitution the revised edition which is 1996 oko mu a ubehu removal of president chapter 8 no number etoso 69 page nso ye page 49 oko uteki u time na u read a ubehu na me pese me kan min kind in about my kind from number 1 to number 7 keke. Na ye nyanti asie bi wo. Removal of president. The president shall be removed from office if he is found in accordance with the provisions of this article. Number 1, to have acted in willful violation of the oath of allegiance and the presidential oath set out in the second schedule 2, or in willful violation of any other provisions of this constitution, or number 2, to have conducted himself in a manner which brings or is likely to bring the high office of president into disrepute, ridicule, or contempt, or prejudicial, or inimical to the economy or the security of the state, or to be incapable of performing the function of his office by reason of infirmity of body or mind. For the process of removal, for the process of for the purpose of removal from office of the president, a notice in written 1 signed by not less than 1/3 of all the members of parliament. 2, and stating that the conduct or the physical or mental capability of president be investigated on any of the grounds specified in clause 1 of this article. Or say the purpose of removing the president, it will be in a written signed by not less than 1/3 of all members of parliament. Now, anyambia mpacho ye to aba abamba bi want to be a speaker of parliament on to aba. Speaker of parliament on to aba. She referee ujina ball mu. Referee ujina ball mu. Nesu won fa sourcing speaker of parliament. Referee ujina ball mu. Nesu won fa so as speaker of parliament. E be kire wase. Say ye mind who say not less than 1/3 of the whole parliamentarians and the betimi edi adanse se ana say actually say indeed the president is physically and mentally troubled, and for that matter yenye day ye tu no number 2 mu san hwa de bi or say shall be given to the speaker, who shall immediately inform the Chief Justice and deliver notice to him, copy to the president. Yatiasie. When you oba papa bi, oba hima papa bi akwaba. Wadwani ya a political movement of facts. I was say ye shall see near church there. Now on my Ghana no, yesesa ye ho efri suban bi ne niye bi mu. Wadwani a obetimi subscribe. Dwumadi e be so every Wednesday bia. Na time no de ene ye de ahya ase. Aye pese ye ne mu nyina nya nkita hodie. Adwene ni ba akofo tirim. Nti unya sa akwanya ya so betimi apase comment. Na woso no woso akire wadwene. Aha no political movement of fact is being supported by documentation or by documents. Enti nya say ye de ano na beka. To usu wo bibi na beka woso no ubetimi a support with your documents. Enya atemdidie opinion are like gnosis. Enti mesre say utia o pass commenter be ma encouragement. E be suggest for something. Na yenuane mu bi wo ho no mo so a omusu hu a cause na atemdidie nko na ekoso Ghana. Obi a ye show a odi atem. But say ye de atemdidie to o na ye ka no kra akire ye ho a we feel so my Ghana be tumpon. Enti na me can say or say shall be given to after so much passive vote that 1/3 1/3 of the whole parliamentarians a passive vote for that removal shall be given to what? The speaker. Now, speaker also immediately or the former chief justice. Why? I didn't know speaker no. Who speaker won't to aba. Enti sa wo ye referee na se pass ye yi ne de mawa. Wo na umom wo de bekọ akoma. Wo ye somafo. You are a messenger. You are a presider. What the answer say? The argument on the both side, majority and the minority, no, when they are arguing, you listen to them. Enti edum pempe so a ye voting na. Usu betimi una obedi referee. No ahwe se voting no ekosen. Enti as a speaker of parliament, ni akika kra kakre, unni to me bia so betimi remove the president of Ghana from the Ghana. A speaker of parliament, unni to me unni akwanya ba kokora so betimi remove president. Enti se o ye speaker na se odi sa esuwe tena parliamenta e kire wo bobre ya nyinya speakers of parliament several Joe Ajaho any nianansia o free sui any pa bebre oma baso no omo nkasa e no mo ne ye ntesa odi o ye power drunk sa na mimi hu no power drunk. Odi to me, person odi to me share wonsem. Now the year enuma bi. But obi enu obe support sa. Obi enu obe support. Nti kakra kra madi ka kenkan. Uni to me. Patro me to aso. Okotre no a. Osi the notice referred to in clause 2 of this article shall be accompanied by a statement in writing setting out in detail the facts supported by the necessary document on which it is claimed that the conduct or physical or mental capability of the president be investigated for the purposes of his removal from the office. The subject to the clause 5 of this article, the Chief Justice shall, by constitutional instrument, immediately convey a tribunal consisting of Chief Justice as a chairman and the foremost senior justices of the Supreme Court, and the tribunal shall inquire in camera whether there is a prima facie case for the removal of the president. Enti Mr. Bagbin, niema kanya besi enumi. Utumi awa ne se parliament for no parliamentarians no koto aba e decide say ampa to test yenko yi president in free so a eya wo na ukura nkrata no ye messenger. You are a presider. Now what time Chief Justice me pacho say na me nkro for our parliament aka me yesomafo nkrata ni nie hwem na fa yi dijuma. So Mr. Bagbin, ehefa ena wudim constitution no ehefa ena e kire se wo tumi a betimi de yi o mampanyi afiso. Where a removal of president to Ghana Constitution, the removal of the president. And I mean, what can ask me? Madika can say, chapter 8 of the Constitution, part 1, Uko page 49, number 69, the removal of the president. I can't walk. Yametana ho in Chantro. It's Mr. Bagbin. So, officer would the Uti Parliament, and now the Parliament are cut away him, the mom would the political ambition. A wo NDC na ukura na NDC for kra anto ama. Because so selfish interest when mono, so power drunk, authoritative attitude. Kra wo parliament one mono. We need to deal with it. We need to deal with it. Mesre, when your video ya, move share our Facebook baby a ebeko YouTube so. Na ye nyina intimi share adwene. Pacho metuaso. Where a notice under clause 2 of this article is delivered to the Chief Justice in respect of the remover from the Thai president on the grounds of physical or mental incapability, Chief Justice shall, in consultation with the professional head of the Ghana Health Services, cause a medical board to be convened, which shall consist of not less than 4 eminent medical specialist, and the president shall be informed accordingly. Where Mama education be kakra. Impeachment. Impeachment is a process. Impeachment is a process. Even America ya tie. Eba say Donald Trump efiso no. Your house. So I tell you, senators. They run federalism. Yen run executive. Ghana and Africa run executive. But America, they run federalism until more federal states and more states no obia a rule with governor. What you say? Nigerians who practice the same thing. But I see, so who practice it, practice executive with the support of parliamentarians. We all know, say in Ghana, no, arms of government, no. There were 3 arms. There were the executives, the parliamentarians, and the judiciary. Parliament, mudi ane se mo shemra. Na executive nso no emra no amo parliament no ma hye no omo de beye adwuma enu ti se bibi na omo pese omo implement na so omo pass a omo bill no they bring to the parliament for the parliament to look into it and accept or deny with a majority. Na judicial nso no omo na be interpretate parliamentarian laws amoso mo pass enti se bibi ni na sentiasia ma afanu mienu ni nyina executive and the parliamentarians no we will go to court, which is the judicial system. Na almost look into it. But udi to me a show some bitimbe catcher of my money nyina say seven previousa udi no una only munyansa and for that matter no the wetime from Russia will some now what to president to mean to we are message na wo ye betime to a president can remove you. We are lawyer, but seven previous some say law education, you know, aya cake kakra. Pacho, go back to school and revisit it. Mr. Alban Somani Bagbin, you are very experienced. Who are experienced? Ebre you cancer. You nominate you. I was so happy because no me redo kakra. Me minimum from Parliament. Minimum senior what here. We know some of you. In the name say at least ubetimi do maturity. Any unim de anu nyansa no wa ho de betimi aboa Parliament no. Enti me na me hwe papa ni age a eye ewura kwe. Na me hwe ni age na me fe say yenya wa also wo sound mind na wo unbiased attitude a ebetimi aboa ama jumedie aibendi wo Parliament na ayenkoso. Not knowing say what gender is different. I'm so disappointed in you, Mr. Alban Bagbin. I am so highly disappointed in you, Mr. Somani Bagbin. So, pacho ye twaso. Intisa Utimika say I can remove a president, but president cannot remove me. It's a lie. Medical tumre actually say a constitution chapter 8 page 49 section 69 removal of president. Mr. Alban Somani Bagbin, I can tell you boldly and I can bet with you say you can never remove a president. You don't have even the power. You don't even have a vote to remove a president from office. You don't. You are just a presider. You are just a messenger. So I can entreat you to go back to school or to go back and revisit, revise your note on those chapters in the Constitution, 1992 Constitution. When you get the edition, the revised edition in 1996 one, which is chapter 8, tells you everything. page number 49. It tells you everything. Removal of the president. And there is no clause in the constitution that says Mr. Alban Somani Bagbin can remove a president. Or a speaker of parliament can remove a president. You cannot. You cannot remove a president. Enti same way bi na mokoka ewo oman mu a enam so oman ne mu aye den kakra ana oman Ghana ne mu aye din nti no asem bia mo beka na be ma mo chitaafo ani age na I incite wom against the government no. You sit down and talk trash. You sit down and talk trash. You cannot remove a president, Mr. Alban Somani Bagbin. Untimi. Then the president shall be invited to submit himself for examination by the medical board within 14 days after the appointment of the board. The president shall be entitled during the proceedings of the tribunal or of the medical board to be heard in his defense by himself or by a lawyer or other expert or persons, as the case may be, of his own choice. The rules of the court committee shall, by constitutional instrument, make rules for the practice and procedure of the tribunal or of the medical board for the removal of the president. So, Mr. Bagbin, there is nowhere in the constitution that says you can remove the president. I think, sir, it is high time sometimes, you know, you will be announcing, you know, etimika yetipam ho na your political penifo no mo ho no, you can't credit them. Ya na enya wonwa, anything na ya na twini donors no mo ne some different other people we ho no mo a omo sori no mu di mpenifo atem. But enya no so na be solve problem no. That is not the right thing to do. But sometimes we need to support, we need to argue with them based on what the constitution is saying. Kamidi enkebeya enka Ghana constitution yam printing na ko bia ye nananom kro mo ntia se yam printing man so omuso bi na ne nana bi wo ha akosko be read no aka de akere no. Because this is becoming unbecoming in Ghana. And I want my listeners, me person me listeners, any me tiefo nyina no. Yen timi share this video. Na ebi timi ko kan parliamentarians no. And more or less, or especially no, Mr. Somani Alban Bagbin, man in Sankebi. No say, untimi mfa parliament be kata wanim. Na untimi metum futuro engu o mine eso. Because constitution be bia no wedi adanse say Mr. Somani Bagbin as a chief, as a speaker of parliament no, ubetimi ayede etu omanpanyini efri so. When you ye messenger, inti say even kura parliament won mu kura ye to abaro. O won to be. Who di referee wo ho. And if I'm just say referee would di wo your friends in parliament no. Parliamentarians no kura so won faso ose. Parliamentarians no omuso won faso ose. If you say wo ekobase yako parliament na parliamentarians ametna o ma na ukotena akoti o munsam na otie wi a ya to vote na what me a carry vote no e dey akọ ba bia so dey ko maya to Mr. Somani, it is not the time to rock shoulders with the executives. You don't have any instrumental, constitutional backing. You only constitutional backing bia. So bet me I remove president. Me pesa adofo ye tie ni nsam ne kakra. Me say Somani.
Google Career Certificates provide online job training that's fast and flexible. Learn at your own pace and get job ready with less than 10 hours of study a week. Put your skills to work with a Google Career Certificate.
Pesa ye tie ni nsam ne kakra. Na ye di baki yes ma ye kan. Pacho ye ntie.
some allocations for the construction of their residences and courthouses. And so we support their budget through those lines. Mean this when I call on the government to look favorably to the two arms of government, the legislature and the judiciary. We, through our grace, support the legislature through the formulas, the common fund, the GET fund. We have been approving some allocations for the construction of their residences and courthouses.
Me pese ye ka ensem bi wo ha. Obeso o kire se Parliament passe emra ana se passe government no the bills ana se ni niema ohia odi be ye adwuma odi ko parliament ne passe a omo passe ma government no but omo passe ma omo legislatures and our parliamentarians no akoye ho osre pa o ye papa yi ho osre papa. What is governance? And now what is government? Government and governance is for the people. So executive so no the be bremwa and executive na edi akodi even though you tiomuka parliamentarians you tioka o amangbabe uji aketua mefo aketua memeto next time me de aketua baba beto uji aketua esanji ehun ayi nyina uji aketua esanji allowances uji aketua ji allowances na pacho saska no enfo ne betua any executives the executives must bring to you guys pass it for them to pay you. Bibia ye bia ntinam ka say ye running the system can say presidential system of governance our Ghana. Enti to me any bibia no a president. A president. Ya mo mienkin kan constitution no kakra. Ne kenkan constitution no a wo ba hu say nsam ya ye papa kan yi no kura bi anim. Inti say abane de omo bebramo na se mo passe a mo passe mfa ma abane nkonkodi mo passe ma abane e de ye dwumason e de mo man no ebisu esun wo so akatua abane tua mu nyina no eye abane no hyehyede a wo ye ono executives no e na hyehyɛ na de abrɛwo na obetua wo so ka wogitum na watua wo ka so mamu metra se entutu mfuturo nguyeni mumyenkotie niana osan kabiem so he can remove the president but mumyentie.
And so we support their budget through those lines. Look at your budget whether you do that for parliament. Go back and look at the formulas. That is not done. To the extent that all these years all the laws will be passing are laws will pass to benefit the executive. Even we forget about parliament in the language we use. This.
You see, I am so disappointed in this man. I think said the referee ni law knowledge kakra. You know, I'm beg to differ from this kind of utterance is free, Mr. Alban Bagbin. You pass everything for the executives. Don't you know, say? Near all personal, you are passing for who? For the people. Who are you representing even in the parliament? You are representing the people. So, the grudge now or person creating between the executives and the legislatures now. I don't see it. I don't see the sense. I don't see reasons why. It doesn't make sense. So, who is Speaker of Parliament? Now, so who your budget allocation? You send it through even the parliament. Now, or here in charge of budget allocation. They give it to the executives. Me mamu fatumbi Eye nansia budget ye koko ready 2022 budget ya. Yera finance minister ekoko ready ye. Could you believe say okodu parliament? Okodu parliament. Etekino okodu parliament 10 o'clock. Okoko ready budget now is almost 2 o'clock in Ghana. 10 o'clock in Ghana and 2 o'clock in Ghana. Why? Alban Bagbin actually say some budget allocation of the parliamentarians no is into so amphibian can one permanent ready. Look at the sabotage. Look at this sabotage. I have a fact. And I'm supporting with the facts. We will tell the truth. You are becoming power drunk, Mr. Alban Bagbin. We are detector. That's why your own people didn't even choose you. We are detector. Your gross insubordination is becoming too much to the country of Ghana, to the people of Ghana. Now, I as if him.
It's self-inflicted. It's not a deficiency in the constitution. It's a deficiency in Parliament itself. We must correct it. And so please, holding back on our budgetary requirements amounts to preventing Parliament and the judiciary from carrying out their mandate as provided for in the Constitution. Let me re-emphasize that the 8th Parliament is properly positioned not to allow itself to be bullied into playing second fiddle to the executive.
But be papa we ignorant. You see, or you're very, very ignorant. I can say Alban Somani Bagbin, Mr. Alban Somani Bagbin, a Speaker of Parliament for Ghana. We are ignorant, please. We are a power drunk. You are not going to play low to the executives. You see, all the 3 arms of government, they share power. All power want to say you make law. It is not the executive that will make law. In the executive, even though if an executive will pass something, use executive power. Constitution in Mahonquine. In the Abamba me the Mrebiaba, not the executive authority power. Aye. I know on Tomra. But I did a person to constitution. Na echo Emma or mining in part of it. And yet for Parliament. Na moma diatum and son abandon the ayejuma. Where are you talking about playing low to the 8th Parliament playing low to the executive? It doesn't make sense. Because in your Kenya, it's like you rocking a shoulder. You're trying to bring some kind of animosity between the parliamentarians and the executives. And thinking, say, NDC parliamentarians, they are all like you. But this same parliamentarians, and friends saying, presidential candidate, they didn't vote you because they see this kind of attitude in you. Your utterances. Sometimes your persona is so demeaning to the sense of what transno and many pakra and powers. And when also the Kwakope NDC presidential candidate Nana, I don't think you are even close near to the even the ballots. Even the people's number, you are not even close to it. You are so disappointing. You can remove a president and you rocking a shoulder with the executives. Just mere fact say, budget allocation is low or it's not enough. Miniano, Umientino.
Parliament can remove His Excellency the President.
Parliament can remove His Excellency the President.
Parliament can remove His Excellency the President. His Excellency cannot do that to Parliament.
This is a gross insubordination. Parliament can remove. Parliament cannot even remove president. Parliament cannot even remove based on the constitution. Parliament by 1/3. Or say, what the parliament can do if a president does something against the country, against the office, or say mentally incapable or fiscally incapable, what the parliament, it didn't say speaker, what the parliament can do, they will write and sign not less than 1/3 of all the parliamentarians. Speaker is not part of it. Speaker is not part of it. They will write and sign not less than 1/3. Now, almost signing we are. Now, listen, shall be given to the speaker, who shall immediately inform Chief Justice. So, Parliament is what is called impeachment. They can impeach. They can accept to impeach. It's a process. Impeachment is a process. So, Parliament itself, the reason why individuals in the country cannot wake up and say, I'm writing to remove president, and they say, individuals now are being represented by parliamentarians. And for that matter, parliamentarians, parliamentarians, and 275 parliamentarians, and they represented the whole Ghana constituencies. It is 275, ye to mu se omonedi ye nim kan e wo bibia mu e hyehyemra e de maye enti se parliamentarians no kura na eya, it's like oman no na e kasa se yenyi president mfiso na oman ni nyina mu no eno ne ye pe 1/3, eno ne ye pe 1/3 ye de be dey ye de ebe ko atia president no, and I just say you be remove the president. And the parliamentarians even cannot remove, but they can initiate. They can trigger through what is called impeachment. Now, what they are called, mo new to me be. So mo to me trigger the impeachment process now. You have no other right because the constitution does not say so. The constitution, Ghana constitution, 1992 constitution, does not say after who Abambabi, who did a friend is saying, we didn't Akwakoma president, Akwakoma chief justice, nama copy to the president, what Abambabi parliament Majuma, because ma trigger what is called impeachment process. And to tell me, baby, a constitution, the woman said more. What Bagbin, only parliamentarians bet me remove. Because the mere for say okotutu no aprogutu does not mean say to that. Obi no odi etu ba sha ade mu na oprogo na wan click here ebeto. Ni obe click no uni say to me so obe click tu no. So Bagbin a mere talk na akasa. O kasa because you are the opposition party. You are from the opposition party. Yemumbino, we will challenge you people. And it is high time we're not gonna sit down aloof. Yan say Emma Mumubiva kind of saying mischief, any mo sabotage, any mono Emma may say or minor impum to any or minor conco. Officer would need I've been to the papa bia the more minor dear. Any not ye Bema Alban Somani Bagbin. Buomai Ghana kakra. Respect the country. That's all I can say. Pacho, mumientie na asamono ye wi a na ma be conclude na che se yapon.
As Speaker, His Excellency cannot remove me. But I can, through Parliament, get him removed.
Look at this. You see, and those ignorant mentality people sitting there, because they are caucus, they are NDC caucus, who went to voter region to have a deliberation about the budget upcoming budget, which is the 2022 budget. Recently, you read it, you know. That was a preceding meeting but you cannot remove president. And you cannot even use the parliament to remove president. Because I have this here, house no to say remove Mr. Friend saying former president, US former president, Mr. Donald Trump. Ekosi say, because everything will go back to the judiciary. Everything with imminent medical, if it is a mental and physical, imminent medical people. If it's the judiciary, if it is just a mere unlawful, causing some kind of dent to the presidency and the country and our economy, it is only the judiciary with eminent judicial people, which include the Chief Justice as a chairman, to go and decide on that. So, Mr. Bagbin, my Ghana hon kasa rough sao. Nemu bino, and you say you go school and say you be transfer ma obe kasa in same way they are chiro my Ghana. Yabeka e dia chiro. So officer wa agenda bi ewo o man ni mu a yabesra wo na watimi ayusu wo knowledge no e dia ya de papa. Men for wa agenda. Emma. What you say? Because what agenda na kura no, they say more my Ghana ye nyina ye hu say wo agenda bi. Amaya hu say wo agenda bi. Enti mesre Mr. Alban Somani Bagbin. Ya mesre wo say wo ni ye ne unumedie na wodi o man Ghana mu no. Emwa. Unumedie a wodi o man parliament mu ono no. Hwe na nsi ya a parliamentarian eye from so and a police for to nsafre no Medina MP Xavier Susu unlawful a criminal act of also criminality odi from so our mind mu police for peno ene no edi nkitahu a wa ma be ma ya behinta wachi and I will sorry, I will to a yampia. Police for Edna court. Ye pebema any in Abacasa was what took Uncle US. About Cromwa, not Kevin Taylor, a came. No to jump for needy Bregana for money. Actually, say, just say Ghana for more stupid, and for that matter, Nintino. Me tia brute me enjoy. Na Alban Somani actually character their command parliament court apex court. Say be man or court US ekudi jumason ama Ghana. What kind of lie is this? And throw and I share Ghana for penny for ni your more friend in muma and throw lies. And throw near to so be was a branch or US that sudden juma a brand court be. Yes, you're not branch to parliament. That's how we sell Juma we are. And for so bene also. May I say, Yen Bema, a papa, Kennedy, or Comprako Japan. Or can send be a charging a treason. Yeah, I'm running any day. What you say? I'm running any day. But Mr. Bagbin, who say I can remove a president? No? It's a treason comment. A treasonable comment. It is a treasonable comment. And it is high time things like this, we must fight against it. A treasonable or maybe more Casabre in Kakrofo Educo courts. Now Ghana no adeba ko want to say Yamu bebre no anim emra ehu adwuma enti obia fe se wo de hu ko emremu a that means uni adaje yes uni adaje so a wunye mba yi. And for that matter no I believe say the majority of Ghanaians no yente mrase nanka baby yente mrase a I can remove a president no. It's a treasonable offense. Removing is like tantamount to coup. You cannot. It is such utterances, no. Don't let us allow. Muma yen tietie. Na emma yen ni entum. Yase sa wo den tro. Daare den nyina wo den tro. O kasa won tro kwan so a. Enkrofo e believe say eye no kre. To den tro kasa daa ni daa. Enkrofo be gidi te entro na o kan e no kre. How can you remove a president? So I am challenging Mr. Bagbin. You cannot remove a president. I am challenging Mr. Alban Somani Bagbin. Say, oh, untimi and remove a president. And for that matter, no, don't sit down in Ghana, nemfa and throw any nada and share on my Ghana mu. And I shall crofobitrim say, oh no, ubetimi and remove a president. On this note, Mede Minua Bema Kwesi Swat Enyum and the baby. So comment via ubetimi a passe. You may no coye, so abetimi a recommend it. Ubetimi a share video no. Na what tongue program no. This program is called A Political Moment of Facts. Na and that yakasafa Yenua Bema a Speaker of Parliament or Ghana. So ordinary no kase obetimi etu obetimi yusu Parliament e dey remove the friend is say e dey remove your president. Na yenya enkrata ane your constitution ni dia dance say we need to me. Enti mamum ye ntiatie de saa ka kwa. Na yenua bi nso wo ho a yanka nche say 1992 constitution no kratafa ana chapter etosu 8 nefa number 69 page 49 edi adanse pefe say Alban Somani Bagbin ayakwanya awakotena parliament no free opposition no person na opposition leaders no I mean opposition people no edi ni etum na ehu se obetimi ayedumason no nti no enu nti na okeka ni nsamsa but ye nyina yegitum pefe say Alban Somani Bagbin ontimi enye sa ade na okan no. Enti on that note no medamase na me de minua bema Kwesi Swat enwuma a o che se enye odo ehonwum na emom asembi na ato no enti na okan ni nyina ye political moment of fact. Thank you and have a nice and wonderful day. Bye bye. What to your brother? It's a mouth to me. Oh, man, you get dead. You probably no back. No, I am probably. If you're to Yama, you're probably. Papa will see council. They may be here. Papa Jesse, and our brain upon you. I'm more bonny and see good to bonny. The roof you can buy a sick cocoa. When I go back to assembly, I show up. See my move for not yet brave. All I'm Tell you,